Apparently, a budget smartwatch can do the most basic things a smartwatch should do, and sometimes even better. Just like this MiBro Color that I've been using for nearly 2 weeks, testing its battery and getting a first-hand look at how even a very affordable wearable can be useful, especially for someone who keeps track of notifications and health reminders. If you're new to the channel, I make tech videos of all sorts, and for all the subscribers, welcome back. Now you're probably wondering what kind of company MiBro is. Well, according to their website, MiBro was founded in 2015 and has grown into its own brand that mainly produces smartwatches for children. And if the name isn't ringing any bells, MiBro is the earliest chain company of Xiaomi, the same brand that produces the Redmi phones and the now independent Poco phones. Right now, what I have here is their latest MiBro Color smartwatch. It has most of the basic functions such as sports modes for tracking different exercises, customized watch faces, a waterproof design, pedometer, and sleep tracker. What's even better is that MiBro added 24/7 heart rate monitoring and blood oxygen sensor while claiming to provide 10-day battery life. To top it all off, the MiBro Color only costs $43.99 And based on my experience, this smartwatch delivered most of the company claims, with a few minor hiccups. Starting with the design, the MiBro Color is a standard-looking smartwatch but surprisingly durable thanks to the metal shell. There's only one button on the side that lets you switch between home and app screen, and while the 1.57-inch HD display is surrounded by relatively thick bezels, MiBro made proper use of it by adding guided lines on the 4 main directions, suggesting that you can swipe up, down, left, and right to navigate around the UI. My wrist didn't bother the 43 by 35mm dimension of the watch, especially when I have the blue and black silicone straps to go with the metallic charcoal body. But you can spice things up a bit with green, white, and even pink straps depending on your preference. I also found out that the 16-level adjustments of the strap is just right to keep the watch firm and tight around women's wrist. While I don't have a lot of complaints about the design of this watch, the small display can't hide the pixelated quality of the LCD screen. And if you're observant, you may notice some screen tearing as well. I do wish that this watch sported a speaker just to make it easier to track when lost, but I really appreciate the bright display that can easily combat outdoor lighting. The vibration motor is rumbly and average. It can still wake you up once you set an alarm, but I definitely see other users missing notifications because the motor isn't strong enough. By the way, the watch is rated 5 ATM, so you can use it while in a shower, but it's not recommended for swimming. So that's about it for the design and hardware. What about the software? In the world of smart wearables, even the most expensive ones are held back by software. It could either be due to lack of support or buggy implementation. In the case of MiBro Color, its unnamed software that highly resembles Wear OS falls down under lack of support. But out of the box, it's hard to fault it when most of the functionalities are already working. For starters, from the home screen, swipe from the left and you have your recent apps that show up to 3 selections. The same action also lets you go back. Swipe from the right and you have other pages for the heart rate, activities, and other functions that you wish to add for quick access. Swipe from the bottom and you have your notification tray. Swipe from the top to get to the quick settings. And lastly, pressing the power button will take you to the app screen. While you can control which apps are allowed to read your notifications, there's no option for Facebook Messenger and notifs only show previews on the watch. Now, almost everything is controlled through the MiBro Fit app. You do need to be registered and logged in to fully utilize the functionalities of the smartwatch, and while some parts are in Chinese, the most important bits are in English. In order to set a sedimentary reminder, you need to set it up on the app, and if you're like me who relies a lot on that reminder, this watch is a hit and miss. But on a positive note, the heart rate sensor and blood oxygen sensors are responsive and most of the time accurate. I tried comparing the heart rate sensor with my Galaxy Note 9s and sure enough, the two devices matched up. The same applies to the pulse oximeter that I've tested, which by the way works quietly only when you're on the oximeter screen and gives you the final reading through a vibration. The raise to wake function works flawlessly, that is if you're standing or sitting down, as the watch has a hard time recognizing orientation when you're lying down. There are at least 20 pre-built watch faces to choose from, and while you can create a watch face of your own, you can only change the wallpaper and the font and position of the clock. Considering the heart rate sensor is running 24/7 so long it's on your wrist, I'm surprised the battery lasted me 4 to 5 days with factory charge, meaning I only used a little over 50% during that time. Mibro's claim of 7 hours in daily mode and 10 days in basic mode seems accurate, although I'm not sure how basic mode works since there's no explicit instruction to switch to basic mode, but I'm assuming it means having the heart rate sensor turned off. The 270 mAh battery takes about 3 hours to go from empty to full via the charging puck, which is fast enough considering how much juice you get in a single charge. Now for the things that you may be expecting but are not available here, there's no option to reply to conversations, no Spotify integration, although there's pause, play and skip, and no underwater exercise activity. You can receive incoming call notification, but that's about it. And if you're using an iPhone, yes, this watch supports iOS 10 and above devices, although I'm not sure if you really want to pair an expensive iPhone with a budget smartwatch like this. So all in all, Mibro Color may not be the perfect budget smartwatch out there, but it's still one of, if not the least expensive option right now. It has great battery life, durable build quality, a dependable 24/7 heart rate monitor, and a very accurate sleep tracker to top it all off. If you're testing the waters of smart wearables, this is an affordable first step that does nearly every basic functionalities of a smartwatch. If you're interested in getting one of these, you can check out the links in the description below or visit their website at mibrofit.com. If you're in the Philippines, you can check Simpson Store at Lazada to get yourself a Mibro Color. So that's it for this review. Until the next one, stay safe.